Look at what I got. That is another little job to do. Now this is Ohio Forge, better known in years past as a Home Depot China Special. Now this is not old, it is not particularly valuable. It is a good tool, good vise for what I need. Now this came from the stump collection. He brought it over here. And as soon as I seen it, I need one more. I remember I did my Craftsman a long time back and I have beat it to death. And I've got my little flat vise over here. I need one more at this end of the bench. This is a little bit bigger than what I actually need for over there, but he brought it over here and I confiscated it. So I've done 3 for him, 2 Craftsmans and a big York, and they've not been touched since I've done them. So I told him I'm taking this one, and we'll fuss about that later on. Anyway, it needs to be cleaned up really well. I'm going to go ahead and take it apart. Like I said, I got, because I need it for that big job I got, the big knife I got coming up this week. It will make it easier. So that's what we're going to do today. And I am off today, so while I'm off, we're going to work and do this. Have my gloves on, it won't get my hands dirty. Not yet. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing to come apart. It does move. It's really tight, rusty, crusty. Maybe a critter inside there, I don't know. I have another one vise outside that I've had for several years now. It is about 3 times this big, that I'll maybe get to eventually one day. It is it's not all of it's not there, and it's seized up, and it won't move at all. It's really old. Let's see what we can do with that some other time. Alright, stay there. Alright, that much of it. I was going to just do a hit and miss cleanup, not really a restoration, but looks like it's gonna have to be, since it's apart, we might as well do it right. Let's see. How does this one operate? It's got a little keeper in there. I don't know how that works. It's like a spring. Anyway, we'll work on it, see if we can get it apart. Where's George at? I bet he can figure this out. That's his thing. He likes vices. But I'm going to paint mine. Alright, after I knocked some of the crud off of it, that is a cotter pin. So that's not any problem at all. I say it's no problem. Whoever ran off with my needle nose pliers, I'm looking for you. I had 2 good pair and they're both gone. But we'll get through it with what we got. Straighten that out. Oldie but a goodie. That way, and reach in there and pull that out of there. With a proper tool. Not even a cotter pin, it's just a straight pin bent over. Let's drive it out the other way. That spring's got tension on it. This will be one of them jobs where you drag out almost every tool you got. Ow. Took the tension off the bottom. Come on, come on, come on. Get out of there. There. That was a cotter pin. Never seen one bent like that. Oh well, we got new cotter pins. I got a box of 500 of them, so I'm sure we got the right one somewhere. Alright, that spring come off of there. That washer, just take it there, get that way. Okay, y'all help me remember. Washer in the front, washer in the back. Seems simple, but y'all know me, I will forget. Alright, rest of this part. Might as well take these off too. Let that soak in there for a little while. Liquid wrench. Dab it on there and you tap it, your metal, and it sets up a vibration that helps it go in there. That's what it says on the can anyway. Worked for a long time. Put some more over here because this is all rusted closed. When the swivel base comes off, got my hands dirty anyway. Alright, not going to attempt that yet until it sits a little bit. Alright, that'll do it for right this minute. Let's let that soak. I've got a couple other things to do, and we'll be back at it here in a little bit. Alright, these are full of rust. Got them cleaned out pretty good. I'm going to try this first before I've got an impact screwdriver if I need it, which I might. They are really, really rusted in there. I may make a judgment call and just leave them both in there. Let me decide. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and clean around them. There's really no point. Now, if this was a expensive vise, something that's worth a lot of money, or belonged to a customer that I was charging money for to do, maybe I'd get him out of there. But not this time. I think we'll be okay like that. All right, y'all, there it is. All disassembled. Except for the jaws. Like I said, I'm just going to leave those. They're not loose, they're not broke. See what all came out of it. And that's just some of it. It was in worse shape than I thought. I think I can clean the rust off of that. That's one of the swivel mount holder that holds the swivel mount down. And it is rough. So all that oil I sprayed on it was really not necessary, but I'm gonna take it out to the sink, clean it off, get all this loose stuff off of it, because I don't want that oil and that junk in my blast cabinet. So we'll get that off and head to the blast cabinet, and we'll see what's next. Oh, the original color on this was orange, further showing it's a Home Depot orange, which I am not a Home Depot fan nowadays in the last bunch of years. And if y'all follow such things, you know why a lot of people abandon them, the woke companies, if you know what I mean. Anyway, it ain't gonna be orange when I get done. Keep this in mind. I have a red bass tracker and I like it. All right, let's clean up some of the threads on these two bolts here before we go to the blast cabinet. Safety rule I'll throw in my opinion: wire wheels, grinders, belt sanders, gloves are a no-no. That glove gets caught, your hand is going with it. Also, safety glasses. Alright, let's see if we can clean these up a little bit. That's the worst one. It's in pretty bad shape, but I think they'll work. That's the main bolt that holds the base on. That happens. Now see, if I had a glove on, chances are my whole hand would have went round and around. That one is in much better shape. That one's alright. Glass cabinet will take care of that. This is the where the screw goes to, the main screw. I'll knock a little bit of that off of there. Alright, ready for the blast cabinet. That's going to take a little while, so we'll go down there and show you some of that. Alright, slight delay. The old vacuum is in bad need of cleaning out. The filter is stopped up, I think. It's not taking all the stuff out. So, for right now, we got the new old vacuum hooked up. And let's see how that one works. And I don't want to take the time to clean it out right this minute, so hang on, we'll get moved back over here in a minute. Let's turn it on and see. Whoa! If you plug it into vacuum and not blowing, it works much better. Let's try that. Oh yeah. Goodness, y'all, that is the longest blasting I've done in a long time. Got it all cleaned up pretty good. Got all the rust and most of the old paint off. There's a speck or two here and there, but who cares? Now I'm doing a little bit of sanding on the top surfaces, and that'll be about it. Now all these parts will get, internal parts will get gun blued, and probably the handle, the screw and the handle, probably gun blue that. And this piece here, everything else will be painted. I think I'll go with black for the swivel because I have some. And I believe we're going to go bass tracker red on the vise itself because I have enough of that. A little bit of weld splatter on there. Somebody welded something with it at one time. That's okay, that'll sand right off. Trying my best to get it down to where I can get a coat of paint on it today, because that's after lunchtime now. It'll be dry by tomorrow or the next day for sure. May do something in the morning, may not, I don't know yet. But there we go. Turned out to be a lot more than I thought it was going to be. And like I said, once again, if this was for somebody, a customer, it would be much better. But this is, I'm going to use this, and I know what I want it to do, and that's what it's going to do. So, if that makes any sense. All right, let's do a little sanding, and we'll put a coat of primer on there, and then put some paint on it. Alright, there we go. We got a coat of paint on there. And that is paint and primer in one. And being as I need this pretty fast, I didn't want to wait 2 days for everything to dry. I mean, the coat of primer dry, then the coat of paint, you know what I mean. I just want it to look presentable sitting on my bench and work properly. That's the main thing. Well, there we go. That is the first coat on. I'm not going to touch it again until tomorrow, maybe even the next day. There is the swivel base right there. Same kind of paint. It's dry to the touch, but it needs to sit overnight. And next step, we'll get all this tape off and do the gun blue in there, do the gun bluing on the screw, because I really am tired right now and I don't want to do any more today. It's just my day off. Alright, we'll see it again in the next couple of days. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. It's after 6 o'clock. Now it's just about, this is really dry. This is just a touch tacky, but it'll be okay. We're going to put a coat of clear on there, just because. Help toughen that paint up just a little bit. Real light coat. Go around to the other side. Not much left in that can, but I've got another can. I'll finish this one up. That should handle that. It's very light, not real heavy. get that door open. Just like that. Now we give that a little time to dry this morning. I think one more cup of coffee is in order. And we'll come back and we will get this gun blued. Everything else is done, and we will put it back together. Okay, starting to get the tape off of this. It's the areas I did not want painted. And like I keep saying, I'm not doing a super duper restoration. Make it look good. I think it looks good, I think. Because this is going to be used and I need it fairly pronto. Anyway, you get the idea. Just take all this tape off. I'm gonna try something different instead of gun glue on this, I think. Since I have some. That's one of them jobs that's on that budget you have, and we're gonna use what we got. That one. And it will work out just fine. Try some of this. And this is a rust preventer. Supposed to use it to get surfaces ready to paint, like I did on the hood of the truck, which is still not painted, but I think this will probably work for this. We'll see. Worth a try anyway. Well, maybe not. Supposed to last, I mean, sit for 24 hours, I think. So we ain't got 24 hours. I don't know, we'll give it a little while and see. Stick that in this little vise over here. Use a vise to fix a vise, that's the way you do it, right? Alright, we'll do this bottom surface here. Go ahead and put some on there. Good enough for that. Let that dry a minute before we turn it over and do the other. And my little fishing and crabbing expedition this morning had to get canceled. Expecting some bad weather, or not bad weather, but rain. Plus I got something else came up that I may have to do today. Not sure yet. All we want to do is make sure this, try to keep it from rusting again so fast. It will rust again unless it's nickel plated or something like that. Around here anyway, because it is so humid. Even with the air running in here all the time. And yes, in the summer I run it all the time, because you let it get hot in here, it'll take a day or 2 days to cool it back off. And I do have the thermostat control on that one that'll it gets to a certain temperature at night, in the middle of the night or whatever, it'll shut itself off. Alright, let's turn this one back over. You'll never see that anyway. That's where the that thing, swivel base. That's where it does its swiveling. I keep saying this is not an expensive vise, and it is not. I would say equivalent to what you get at Harbor Freight today, which is not terribly bad. But it is not a Wilton or a Craftsman or a York. Reed, the old really good stuff. But it works. There, this stuff stinks. Eee. Alright. You wash out this brush. Get rid of the rest of this. Oh, I did the handle too. Or did I even show that? Yeah, we got a coat on there too. Alright, we're getting a dark gray black color. Whether this is right or wrong, I'm gonna do it. This is some WD-40 that was left in the bottom of the tray when I sprayed down the internal parts when I gun blued them. Already did the handle and it looks pretty good. We're gonna let this oil put this oil on there. Now this is the way you would do gun blue. After you do it, oil it. Even though this is not gun blue, I don't see why it wouldn't work the same. I don't think it'll hurt anything. Move over here and do this. Looks good anyway. Before I forget to tell y'all, many thanks for all the support on the channel, the likes, the new subscribers. Thank y'all for being here. Click that like button. It takes a click that long, and it helps me a lot, helps the channel a lot, and it don't cost you anything. Somebody said they watched on their big TV on their Roku. They got YouTube on there and they can't hit the like button. Just a minute and I'll show you. Yes, you can. Hang on. Alright, this is an old video. This is my video and I have my permission to do this. Alright, so we want to hit the like button on your remote. Go down. Right there. Go back up. Over.
Click the fish stamp there.
There's your like button. Just like that.
Fish there, flag. Now this cut is initials. This is for Ryan.
And that will pop off and go away by itself.
His initials are the same as mine.
I know a lot of y'all know how to do that, but some people told me they didn't know how to do that. That's my fishing pouch from last year or year before, whenever it was. Whose is the other one? I made so many I don't remember. Alright, let's start putting it back together. I got started without you. Got the wedge, the nut in there. And that thing is not even centered in there. Like something else would be. But alright, swivel base. Let's put us a little bit of grease. And go around this outside ring. That's the only thing that contacts that. Should be plenty. Maybe just a very thin coating right there. That didn't have to be painted, but I don't think it hurt anything. Okay, that's the marine grease. I ordered that years ago, one of my first Amazon orders, and I didn't realize it was little tiny tubes, but it still works. Alright, let's see. We want our front to be right here. Like that. I do believe. Somehow. I don't know we get to tip the whole thing up if we can. But we can't. Could have done that to start with, couldn't I? Let's see. Maybe that way. And that piece was sitting right down in there. Hold down bolts. I think there's some leftover grease there. No, my hands are in the way. Do that there loosely. Get this one started. Got to put the grease on there, didn't I? Alright, that's good enough for now. Where had a paper towel in there, but it's gone. Alright. There you go. There's our swivel. Lock it down. No swivel. Alright, let's see. Let's get the hang on, we gotta put something else together first. Alright, see what I'm doing here. Alright, put a little bit of grease on that end. This goes in here. And then we had a washer here. Spring. Spring or sprang, wherever you're from. I'm trying to keep it, y'all can see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, I'll have to turn it this way. Alright, now I'm going to have to get rid of these and get my hands dirty because I got to get that spring pressed in and get some cotter pin out, a cotter pin out. Hold tight. Alright, let's see if I can do this by hand. Nope. Hang on. Push it in there. One of y'all grab it and push that in there. Hang on. I got it. Well, I know some of y'all are telling me what to do, but it ain't gonna work. Speak up, I can't hear you. Okay, right there. It's closer. Hang on, let me back up and punt. Alright, I got it. Now I see why that pin was bent over like that. It takes so much force to push that spring down, and there's no room in there to get your pin all the way through at one time, hardly, to turn it, you know, back to the other side. So anyway, I'm glad that's over. Alright, other than putting this back in there, we're about done. I think we're going to put some grease on the screw. Not an overly excessive amount, but we're going to put some on there. Like that. And it should be enough, because that grease will pick up every little dust particle and anything else. Of course, we got grease everywhere now. Might as well forget the gloves for now. Alright, we'll go back and wipe it off and touch it up if we need to. The main thing is it's going to work. It's heavy too. Lined up in there. fight me the whole way. There we go. Had some pressure on it getting started. I'll have to get me a camera person, I reckon. Now there we go. Lord, it ain't even 8 o'clock yet, and I'm already tired, sweating. There. What do you think? Alright, let's take one more look. And I'm not going to black letter these and show it off with a, I mean, it'd be okay, but it's, all my paint markers are dried up. And honestly, I'm tired of fooling with it because it's done, ready to use. I hope y'all enjoyed watching me bumble around with this. Y'all will see it in use on a project here shortly. So that's it. First 2 hours of Sunday morning in the books. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. And I'll see y'all next time with whatever else I'm doing.